So here I am, standing in my new indoor grow room. Some of you might remember that last year I just was getting started with microgreens. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to sell them, how it was going to go with growing them. But as time's gone on, I've picked up some pretty good clients, and they're expecting good production, and things are going really well. So I figured this year I had to step it up a little bit. Last year I was growing everything on like in one wall that I had in a spare room. Well, this year is a little bit different. I'm gonna show you a little bit around what's going on with this new room. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm actually, believe it or not, really excited to get back inside rather than outside with the daylight getting short, the temperatures coming down. It's just becoming a real difficult to keep up with it. I come home from work about 4:30, and I don't have a lot of daylight to work with to plant and everything. I don't have lights set up out there. I do have one light on some plants right now because I fell so far behind with things just stopped growing. So I put a light out there, a T5, 4 bulb, 2 foot light. But let me turn the camera around here and I'll show you what's going on here. So this is the new grow room area. You can see everything is covered in panda plastic. This is the plastic. It's black on one side, white on the other. It's not super pretty, nothing great to look at, but it gives that kind of sterile, clean feel. Like this is a temporary room. I put down brand new linoleum flooring. This room actually, when I'm done with this winter, is going to become my second bathroom, and that's why it's kind of laid out the way it is. Like this area here, that's where there's going to be a toilet right there, but not until after the winter. So I'm taking advantage of this room for now. I mean, even this wall, I built that wall, you can see there, and it's only 2x4s with this plastic on it. There's no drywall on there, nothing's permanent, it's all temporary. But you can see right now I've got my, these are my T8 daylight lights that are hanging up. Looks like one of my bulbs, I don't know if you can see that, you can't see that in the video. It kind of gets blurred right out, but I got one bulb that's bad, I gotta replace. I got some T5s here I'm gonna be hanging up. I've got another T5 that's got, these are 2 bulb T5s here on each end. And I've got a 4 bulb, 2 foot T5 that's going to go in the middle. Right here, I showed when I showed my Scrum My Life video that I built a room for the washer and dryer. Well, this is the back side of that room. And so right here, I have a drain. And I've also got hot and cold water. And so right here, right where that is, I want to install a nice, like, deep wash tub sink. And I'm going to use that for washing my trays out and sanitizing them. Because last winter, I had to wait till, like, any time it was not extremely cold out, and I'd have to go outside and use the hose and wash them all out. Actually, I didn't even get to use the hose. I had to use a spigot straight up because there was, the hose was frozen. I couldn't use the hose. So yeah, so this year's going to be a lot better. My plan originally was for that spot to be where my refrigerator goes, because I've got a small, semi-small refrigerator, it's plenty big enough for me though. I don't hold stuff very long. I typically harvest it and sell it like the next day. But I couldn't get all 4 of my racks in this spot. There was just, no matter how I did the math, with 3-foot racks or 2-foot racks, I tried going, this way instead of this way, and they just wouldn't fit. So they could have fit if I went this way, but I would have had to stack them up against each other and had very little space between them, and it was just going to be a hassle. So I decided to put my extra rack here, and there's going to be some experimenting going on with that. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I think there's still enough room to put maybe my refrigerator right here and a sink next to it, or vice versa. I've got a separate room that Not going to show you a lot because it's a mess right now. But through here, I'll show you. So this is where I come into the room, through my hallway. Over there, yeah, you can see there's a toilet that's not hooked up. There's all kinds of construction stuff. There's tools galore, everything. It's a mess. But that room is going to get cleaned out and become a harvesting room and planting room. So that's another project I got going on. But yeah, so here we go. So the other thing I want to show you guys today is an experiment I'm going to do here with LED tape lights. You might remember last year I used some LED tape lights that were just white. And they worked like just okay. They're not that good. They're not equivalent to a T5 or a T8. They're okay though. It could be that when I used them before, I had them all the way up here, and so there's a long reach here that's probably a good, 15 inches or so away from my plants. And that may not be ideal. Maybe if they were closer, they'd be better, but if they're closer, then they have to be closer together this way because, the bandwidth isn't very far. I apologize for the dirty hands been working. But, so these are some lights I just picked up, and I'm going to hook them up in this spot here, see how they do, and this is what they look like. So they're blue and red, and normally for micros, you typically don't go with red spectrum at all. You stick to the high spectrum of 5500K and up. But these lights are specially made. Their spectrum is for growing, so they say. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try them. I've got 16.4 feet, and I'm going to try to do 2 racks. And I think I can get about 3 rows per rack, which is less than what people are doing. More people are doing 4 rows at least per shelf here. But I'm going to try 3. And at Home Depot, they sell a little U channel or C channel, little plastic channel, that I'm going to put the lights in. And then I can lower them down. Unspooling. I can lower them down to being closer to the plants to test that out and see if that helps. And also keep them up higher. One of the things I ran into last year when I used lights like this was that the tape that's on the back, it didn't stick very well. I found myself having to tape them up here or whatever, but that U channel is rigid, and I'll be able to put these in that U channel, and it looked like it's going to fit perfect. And then I'll be able to just use some sort of string or whatever and hang them where I want them to be. So, I don't know if I missed anything, but this is what I've got going on, guys. I've got a ton of stuff growing in the greenhouse, the Microgreens Palace right now, and I really wanted to bring that in here before I did this video, because it looks great when there's microgreens, on the shelves, but it's pouring out right now, and I didn't want to carry them through the rain, and so yeah, that's where I'm at. I've got my scrum board. You guys saw that. A lot has gotten done. There's like I said, before I showed this, behind me was a mess. A wall had to come down. That wall's down. The ceiling had to come down. That ceiling's down. I built a whole hallway through here. I'm going to do a video on how to mud and tape drywall pretty soon. I used to do that for a living, so I figured why not show others how to do it. Be a good video. And with that, I'm out. Thanks for watching.